If your reaction to, wait, hold on a second, Hunter Biden didn't pay taxes for, 1, 2, 3 years, isn't, you can do that? And then realize that only he can do that? You're looking at this country incorrectly. If what we have covered for a very long time has been confirmed, if it meets the threshold of warranting an investigation, then this activity is criminal. Mm-hmm. It's criminal, certainly, for those in government. And I would argue there needs to be some kind of culpability for media collusion at this point in time. And certainly big tech, when they they silenced, throttled a story that would have affected the election. Okay, so let's go through, set the timer, and right now, all of the confirmations that we have. So all of the references are publicly available. Okay, first thing that was confirmed, the Hunter Biden laptop is real. That matters. It's foundational, right? November 2019, the FBI verified the authenticity of Hunter Biden's laptop, even after they said they didn't think that it was actually real, and even after the New York Post said, no, we're actually not going to allow you to post this because it hasn't been verified, and at that point in time, they already knew that it had been. We'll get to that in a second. In October of 2020, the New York Post broke that Hunter Biden laptop story, and then in October of 2020, on this very show, it was accidental for the first time in public. Rudy Giuliani showed us the laptop on air when I'm in a silly Back to the Future outfit. Have you seen the pictures?
This guy.
Have you seen the pictures of him with the crack pipe?
John Wright, I have.
Oh, wow. Does he at least look like cool?
Unfortunately, I can't show them to you right now, but this is the hard drive they're on.
Oh,
right
my
there.
gosh. Oh, my word. Okay.
Wow.
So now keep in mind, that's now been confirmed by the FBI. Again, the references are available. They said, yeah, okay, it's absolutely real.
Yeah.
Which matters because before the election, and we know that this would have affected it, approximately 12% of the votes from Democrats. In March 2021, Jack Dorsey confirmed to blocking the article from the New York Post directly before Congress.
We made a total mistake with New York Post. We corrected that within 24 hours. It was not to do with the content. It was to do with a hacked materials policy. We had an incorrect interpretation.
Who made the decision then to block their account for 2 weeks?
We didn't block their account for 2 weeks. We required them to delete the tweet and then they could tweet it again. They didn't take that action, so we corrected it for them.
Let's see. Again, I'm just rattling through this to see, does this meet the threshold for something that warrants an investigation? August 2022, Zuckerberg, my friend Sheila always calls him Zuckerford to piss off the comment section, admitted the FBI preemptively contacted Facebook regarding this story. Here you go.
I mean, basically, the background here is the FBI, I think, basically came to us, some folks on our team, and was like, hey, just so you know, like, you should be on high alert. There was we thought that there was a lot of Russian propaganda in the 2016 election. We have it on notice that basically there's about to be some kind of dump of that's similar to that. So just be vigilant.
And this matters because we now have since confirmed that the FBI knew beforehand. They were saying that while they knew, in fact, that it was legitimate. December 2022, 100%. Twitter files, they confirmed that the Twitter employees over there also censored their story.
Right. So just to confirm what you said about the FBI knew it was so real, they had already sent it to the IRS and said, hey, look here for tax violations.
Yep.
We understand that he has broken the law regarding taxes. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, we're saying, hey, guys, you be careful. There's about to be this Russian disinformation dump of data from this thing that we believe is real.
Which, by the way, not to mention the confirmation of the person at the computer shop who said Hunter Biden brought it in and then forgot it here. Now, that would be all that would be needed for Donald Trump. Someone saying, Donald Trump brought in his smartphone. This is his. Great. The media would have combed through that.
Oh, yeah. Done.
They wouldn't have had a moment's hesitation. So we've confirmed now the story is absolutely real, the Hunter Biden laptop story. Okay. Now let's get into what was involved with that story, right? What was confirmed that the media never covered and that this government tried to block? Okay, we now have confirmation, of course, that on October 12th of 2018, Hunter Biden illegally purchased a firearm.
Lying about his drug use when it was on tape.
Yes.
Several times.
With him filming.
Yes. Jeez. He filmed himself.
He selfied a federal crime.
He fancies himself a director.
Can't he buy friends?
Yeah, Not if he can't buy enough crack.
Oh. He sold the gun for the crack.
Yeah. Well, no, he just threw it in a trash can. That would have been smarter.
Right, by the school.
You're smoking parm and you throw out a gun, which, again, what we don't have confirmed, why would he feel the need to throw out that gun at that point? Right. What was going on at that point in time that he was so concerned? Okay. Again, another confirmation. The gun was discarded in the trash by a school. October 23rd, 2018. It was Hallie Biden, Hunter's sister-in-law, threw the gun in a trash can near a Delaware high school. Okay, it was found by a man rummaging through the grocery store's trash. The Secret Service tried to obtain the records from the gun store owner, but they were denied. which tells you how useless, I guess, the Secret Service was in that capacity.
Wonder what they were trying to do by obtaining those records.
Right. And who denied it.
Yeah, exactly. There's a form.
Ooh.
They get you in trouble.
That's the president's guys?
That's was that the President's Secret Service?
So the Secret Service detail, I think, does extend to family.
Yeah, it extends to family.
Probably his. Can you imagine getting that job?
Can we have that gun back?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
You're going to have to shadow Hunter Biden.
Yeah. Please? I'm going to stick with no. All right, good enough for me. Let's go back.
How do you feel about crack whores?
He's probably smoking the load-bearing walls at this point. So let's get back home. Another confirmation, okay? Merrick Garland. We were just talking about this. Merrick Garland's DOJ. They interfered with the investigation with Hunter Biden. This matters because those people should also be investigated. June 2023, you have this IRS whistleblower, and he talked about the DOJ. He said that they completely slow-walked, stalled the Hunter Biden investigation. And this doesn't, that could sound subjective, but they deviated from the protocol that they have followed in every other instance. This was so atypical. It was an outlier. He was treated absolutely differently, and this ensured that the statute of limitations would expire on the tax crimes, the 2015 tax crimes.
Statute of limitations. So in this case, they slow-walked it so that those things would expire, and they can do it. In Donald Trump's case, they passed a special 1-year, I guess, amnesty for everybody to come forward and say, hey, it doesn't matter when this expired. For 1 year, we can go back as far as we want, I think.
Yeah, because he called someone sugar tits.
That's right.
And by the way, this person, just from, this whistleblower, has now named 6 witnesses.
Yeah.
6 witnesses by name who contradict Garland's sworn testimony, where he claimed that he did not interfere with the Hunter investigation. Just rattling through this. Again, all of this confirmation.
Yep, that's what McCarthy is referencing right there. And we talked about it just a minute ago, but 6 people. That's not one random person coming forward. That's 6 people.
Compared to Cassidy Hutchinson. Remember Bitch Cassidy, who was sitting there talking about Donald Trump jerking the wheel in the service detail car?
Yeah.
She knew a guy who saw a guy who knew a girl whose best friend's girlfriend's sister's girlfriend knew a guy who saw Joe Biden pass out at 31 Flavors last night. No, she said, I saw he jerked the wheel. And then they finally, well, hold on a second. And the media covered this, right? The media covered this. They had experts as gospel. Turns out she wasn't even there. And the guy who she claimed told was like, yeah, I didn't say that.
Secret Service agent, by the way.
Right. And right now we have all of this. Going to keep going through the list. More confirmation. We have confirmation that Joe Biden was directly involved with Hunter's business dealings. He, of course, has repeated the claim that he never got involved. Ad nauseum. But again, if it just existed in an echo chamber, in a vacuum, well, I guess his word versus their word. No, we have confirmation. But here's a clip of former Vice President Joe Biden denying it all along, and then we'll have the confirmation.
I've never spoken to my son about going to 6 months.
And so how do you know?
Here's what I know. I know Trump deserves to be investigated. He is violating every basic norm of a president. You should be asking him the question, why is he on the phone with a foreign leader, trying to intimidate a foreign leader, if that's what happened? That appears what happened. You should be looking at Trump. Trump's doing this because he knows I'll beat him like a drum. And he's using the abuse of power and every element of the presidency to try to do something to smear me. Everybody looked at this, and everybody's looked at it and said there's nothing there. Ask the right question.
It's just so funny to look back in time and go, he was speaking that way back then, and we're supposed to believe that everyone said, yeah, I want him as president.
Yeah.
That is a thing, and everybody, you should intimidate. Huh?
He was so aggressive.
Well, it's the deflection. It's the deflection. You should be asking
and the slurring.
Trump violated the law. He's the one that did it. He's the pusher.
Right.
It's like little brother, little sister stuff.
I know.
Unbelievable.
So then we have June 2023. The whistleblower revealed a WhatsApp message from Hunter to a Chinese business partner, Henry Zhao, and this is we have it right here. It says, I am sitting here with my father, and we would like to understand why the commitment made has not been fulfilled. I will make certain that between the man sitting next to me, that you will regret not following my direction. To be clear, the man sitting next to him is his father. And more confirmation. There were photos. There were photos from Hunter's abandoned laptop confirming that Hunter was at his father's Delaware home when that text was made. What do you need? Do you need the phone records and the Jeep and the Find My Phone app on? For crying out loud, you're going by with Donald Trump. You just go. Someone said that he took a wheel and he spun it out of control. In this case, you have his text and you have confirmation, photographic confirmation that he was at a place where he would have been with his dad. That alone would be enough. Let alone everything else that we've gone through. It's not about Hunter. It's about the involvement with his father. And by the way, how bad his crimes are, that in and of itself does open you up to a national security issue. Just like Anthony Weiner sending out dick pics, it's a liability, and they will use that leverage against you. And I guarantee you they did against Joe Biden.
Yeah, absolutely. And this case is only going to get worse for Joe. Like, there's just going to be more information coming out. And I guarantee you they're going to try to sweep it under the rug and, again, look at Trump. They're doing the same thing Joe Biden did in 2019, the media right now.
Right.
Audio leaks. Look at Trump, what he did with the documents. I can't believe what he did. Look at Georgia. Oh, maybe she's going to open up a case again because he went on the town hall and basically said sex crimes happen again, right? This is exactly what's going to happen. But what you're not going to hear is Hunter Biden had no right to ever be on any board or involved with any business other than the fact that he was connected to Vice President Joe Biden. That's it.
Right.
And the money that was paid did end up somehow, some way going to him from what we're seeing as well. That is a crime.
I can't think of any, again, comment below. Can you think of any other story scandal that would have this much confirmation? So let me just recap this for you. What do we know? We know that the Hunter Biden laptop is in fact his laptop. So if it is his laptop, then the information on that laptop obviously is seen as legitimate. It would be admissible in court at that point. It would be admissible, by the way, because no one had to hack his laptop. He just forgot it, which was a result of store policy. I don't even know if he had a proper password on this thing.
One of 7 he forgot.
And it is just a treasure trove, a cornucopia of criminality. Okay, so we also know that the mainstream media actively tried to bury the story. We also know that Hunter Biden committed tax fraud, illegally discarded a gun. We also know that he used his dad's influence to score business deals directly. We also know that his father was there, was present, knew about these business deals, took an active role. And we also know that the media tried to cover that up. And we also know that he's denied that in public. Get that asshole on the stand, former Vice President Joe Biden, and make him say no under oath and threat of perjury. But that will not happen, because the law in this country only applies to you. The law in this country does not apply to Hunter Biden. When I was saying he had years where he just didn't pay tax. He didn't file.
He owed something like $2.4 million in taxes. And the story about how that got paid basically to make some of this go away, and this wasn't his only tax crime, this is just one of them. He actually took out a loan from somebody in California that had no reason to give him money on a note that's not going to start payments, I believe, until 2024, 2025 at 5% interest, and then got an $800,000 gift from this same individual to magically come up to $2.4 million to pay off the tax debt. Because typically, if you owe taxes and you pay them, even if it's the day before court, they're like, well, he paid the taxes and fines. What are we doing here?
Yeah. By the way, we just gave it all to you in 10 minutes.
Yep.
Comment thank you if you'd like a little more of that. There are hours and hours and hours of content. I use that term loosely on CNN. All of these. We want to make sure that you leave with the information. If anyone tells you that the story is irrelevant or the story has not been confirmed, they are an idiot or they are lying. And with our government, they know better. They knew better. It's been confirmed that they know better. The whistleblowers have come forward and said that they knew better, but whistleblowers are only praised if they line up to the left and, something with tap water in films like Aaron Brockovich.
It's a good movie.
For crying out
What
loud.
a hole.
If your reaction to, wait, hold on a second. Hunter Biden didn't pay taxes for, 1, 2, 3 years isn't, you can do that? And then realize that only he can do that? You're looking at this country incorrectly.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.